back out fresh?
Yeah, I don't know if I would look at it on the latter half. Now, I think just another day to hit more balls and get a little more comfortable. I think that aspect probably sets up better for today's match versus last night. Oh, he's overcut. Yeah, I could tell he's overcut that, even though we couldn't really see it. And just a little flinch in the stroke. It wasn't like something I would say like, you know, he's dogging it or anything like that. Just the timing's off just a bit. And when you're adding a lot of side spin, that's when it really shows.
Extension calls. A man under a lot of pressure. His mistakes and shortcomings have really been highlighted over the first couple of days of this Mosconi.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there was one German at the table. You wouldn't think much of a missing chance, really. It's just so good, filler. But I kind of feel the same with Mr. Neuhausen. Oh, he's going to duck behind the 6-7. Smart shot. And I'll tell you, when they have played safe, which I always I thought has been the real separation in these matches as the Mosconi Cup the last several years was the tactical side. But they have gotten everything out of it. Like here, not a whole lot of options to kick at this ball with the 8 a little anyway. He's got to come 2 cushions underneath it. Yeah, way long. Maybe gets fortunate to keep him off the shot.
So it was Neuhausen and Piers Labutus who ended up winning that opening night doubles after Styer's miss on the 9. 5-2 it finished to the 2 European newcomers against Styer and Billy Thorpe. That was what completed the opening night clean sweep.
All right, little nip safety behind the purple. Not going to get you ball in hand very often. But, you know, we talk about it in these races to 5. Better to get the snooker and make them kick at it, even though you know they're going to hit it, rather than take a chance. And again, even though it's this type of snooker that's like a containing shot more than devastating, look how much he got out of the cue ball. And he may have cut off this short rail nearest the cue ball, so difficult hit here. Medium speed, you don't have to whack it.
Tyler Styer's Mosconi nightmare continues. Neuhausen was out of his seat so fast there. Joshua Filler there, the other German on the team. They're due to play doubles together later tonight, reprising their partnership from the 2023 World Cup of Pool in Spain. And they got to the final.
I tell you, this kid's a quick learner. Really saw it at the Reyes Cup. Struggled the first day or so, even the beginning of day 2, but then realized what was going on. And from there, I thought he played beautifully, really.
And that was huge for him. He said that to me a few weeks ago, that he felt he had learned so much from the Reyes and he was going to set him up so much better for his Mosconi debut than if he'd been going in without that experience. So ball in hand, looks like it's going to be decisive. Neuhausen did force the opportunity, forcing Tyler Styer into the scratch.
Yeah, we've seen though, these are not gimmies. Neuhausen takes it. Well, try to get a little too cute, and now he's dead snookered himself on behind the 6. Yeah, you can't push it. You know what I mean? He was trying to tie the 4 and 7 up, the pink 4 and the brown 7, but now he's put himself in a world of hurt, really trying to find some way to get at the blue 2. That 4 and 7, by the way, are right in the way of the natural path of the kick shot. I don't know what he's going to do here. Well, he's got to really slow the ball down for the draw to take. It's got to bend. Oh, great shot.
Well, he's had some moments to forget so far in this Mosconi. That goes in the opposite column.
Yeah, you saw he hit it light enough to where the draw spin really had time to arc, trying to really overcome something that wasn't a natural angle. Now, this is as tough as it gets as well, because he's got to hit it kind of light to hold for the peak. Great shot again. Made that look much easier than it actually was. Now he's gotten a little odd. Can he shoot this with a high ball and get by the brown 7 to get somewhat to the center of the table?
Extension call.
Stunning across, boy, I'll tell you. I feel like trying to stun inside the brown 7 makes this very missable. That's been the friendliest pocket in this Mosconi Cup. It was a pink 4 on day 1 that rattled with a lot of speed, but the ball still fell. I believe it was Feder Gorst that shot that ball. Oh, wow, he switched sides, which to me I thought was a little premature. You know, you can't be stubborn. We always talk about that, but one dry break, I'd probably stick to my original spot. But again, he's at the table.
Yeah, dry from both efforts so far.
Yeah, and I was going to say, we'll never know how the matches are going to go ahead of time, but that last out that Tyler made, it was a really tricky one. And it could go a long ways moving forward if he gets opportunity, and now opportunity again right in front of him. And maybe the first shot, the most difficult, gaining position on the blue 2. Oh, that's another nice one. Any of those in-between strokes, especially when the nerves are high, I think those are the hardest.
Styer looking for USA's first singles point of this year's Mosconi. The 1 point they did get was in doubles at the end of last night. Skylar Woodward, the captain, and Shin Von Rowley against the formidable pairing of Joshua Fuller and Jason Shaw. Real upset that, winning 5-2. And there will be a team match tonight, but it won't be until match 3 because we're still catching up on the matches that were held over from Thursday night's play.
All right, he's got options here. Can go around the 6, the green 6. I kind of like in between the 6-7, it looks like.
Please do not whistle when the players are down in the shot.
Stunned it a little bit. That's okay.
Showing their appreciation for the arc of the cue ball there. So Moritz Neuhausen broke dry in the opening rack, but ended up winning it anyway. Dry again in rack 3. But he hasn't got to win it this time. It's 2 in a row for Tyler Styer, and he leads for the first time in the match at 2 racks to 1.
One of the rookies in a deficit a little bit, only 2-1, but a tough ball. And that's what you may get at times. Now, he knew there was a bit of a two-way in mind, but Steyer's back to the table. Maybe the jump cue here.
Extension call.
Tyler very handy at kicking at the ball. We've seen that already in this match a couple times, but here these days a lot of the players would take the jump cue and then bank the 2 around and try and hold the cue ball 1 rail behind the purple 5. So 2 ball, 2 cushions underneath the 3, cue ball behind the purple. Well, he caught it a little heavy, and that's maybe how he was playing it more, behind the 8. Neuhausen, he may go with the jump cue as well. In fact, he should, I would think. Really good with it.
That's a bit of a German trait, isn't it? But didn't work for him this time.
Well, I think the blue 2 does go by the pink 4. Now the 7, the brown 7, got banged around a little bit in a tough position by the 8, but still very doable rack. Here. Oh, I thought he would really let it go, just trying to set up for the cross side bank. Got a little off angle, but still banks the ball really well. This is all about the speed, really. This kind of bank makes you want to fire it, and you got to put some speed on it, but you don't have to go crazy.
Looks like the key moment in rack 4. Styer is 2 balls away from 3 in a row.
All right, big draw stroke coming, which he kind of really likes a lot of times. But still got to be dead on point because the cue's going to be moving.
He's looking pretty solid now.
Well, I've said it many times that Styer started off a lot of tournaments, not just the Mosconi, pretty rough, and knows how to rebound and regroup.
And after everything that's gone on over the last couple of days, it would mean so much to him if he could get this point on the board. He's a couple of...
Yeah, he's going to come to the side of the table here, the clear side. Well, he's going around. So I guess the 5 does go. Otherwise, he's setting up for a kiss shot on the 9. Gotten funny on the kiss shot on the 9, that's for sure. So the 5 must go. Well, the 5 doesn't go. He's actually playing a very delicate safety on top of the 9. He could leave a makeable kick shot, though. So Tyler's got a chance. Even though he's close to the 9, he can go to the long rail on the right and spin down towards the purple 5. And overall, he's been exceptional going rail first in this match.
And if he can get this shot right, chance to get himself on the hill and breaking next.
Yeah, can he put enough speed to get on the 6 if he does make it?
Well, it could turn out to be a very big moment in this match in the other direction, because he's really opened the door now. And really, I have to say, Jay, that shot could be the difference between 4-1 and 3-2. It's enormous.
Yeah, and he expected if he did hit it that he was going to make it. Just got the second rail a little early and overcut the 5. That little bump won't hurt. That bump would hurt a little bit maybe if the 8 was more out of play somewhere. But since the 8, the black 8 is very near the side, getting on the brown 7. We've got some options.
Looks to be his rack now. So that attempted kick shot really has the look of being something we could find ourselves reflecting on as the key moment in this contest. Good news for Styer is he's got the break in the next rack, so he'll have another chance to get to the hill. This rack, though, is gone now. Moritz Neuhausen had lost 3 in a row, but he's won that one, and he's back to go. Making another attempt to get to the hill here.
Great break off. The 1's been pretty easy for him so far. Is the 4 going to help him out? Oh, it may have helped him out, though. It may have opened up the door for a bank cross corner. Yeah, it's funny that year we didn't know what we wanted to do, so we all decided to go see a concert. We went and saw Shania Twain. Tried to loosen up, have some fun going into the last day, because we were all a little tense, I thought. And it was a great idea, and then we played really well.
So that was the night before the last day of it.
Yeah.
You went to see the concert, yeah.
Okay, he's playing off the right side of the 2 a little bit. Maybe the bank does go if he could float it in. Nice. Hit it well. Just enough. Yeah, you would know the name of the famous English guy that was kind of like Elvis as a performer. All the women loved him. Older than Elvis. There you go. Oh, great hit. Great hit, Tyler. Really good. And the reason why that's so great, there wasn't really that much angle to be able to knock the ball out to the rail and then back over. He really created that angle with force. And that's a hard trigger to pull with the Mosconi Cup.
And you can see the confidence returning to him in his body language and the way he's hitting the ball with each passing shot.
Short here, and now he's got a big decision to make on how to shoot this ball. He's certainly going to attack. And you got plenty of time. You got 22 seconds. Don't get too big of a rush. Well, he's hitting a high ball. So where's he going with the cue ball? Oh, nice. That's why I was wondering when he's hitting a high ball, I was wondering where he's really going with the cue ball. But again, in a bad situation, maybe try to put your focus on that 7 and that 7 only. And this rack 6 is far from over, Michael. This is not easy.
The 9 is, though. And what a time to put together the first break and run from either player in this match. A couple of balls down off the break. And he's done the rest. Styer leads 4-2. And unless Neuhausen can win 3 racks in a row, it's going to be back-to-back points for the US. Let's see if they can do it.
This has got to go as well. Neuhausen has a shot. Maybe he doesn't.
That was not how it looked when we first saw it.
It's amazing how the overhead will fool you. Because Tyler looked pretty, you know, like not too upset when he walked away, but I thought for sure he'd given up a shot. And he certainly has given up somewhat of a shot because Neuhausen is awesome with the jump cue.
Let's see if he can prove it here. Yes, now where does it leave him? A1. And suddenly this match is turning. Neuhausen with a chance here to get level, and remember, if it goes hill-hill, he will have the break. Is this going to be another point that the Europeans claim from 4-2 down?
Extension call.
And this 9 is to complete the recovery from 4-2 down to all square again. It'll be the first time he's been level since it was 1-all. And for the second night in a row, the evening's play is going to start with a hill-hill finish.
Yeah, I think he's attacking Michael.
He has, and it's paid off, but where's he going to finish?
It's going to be that jump cue again.
Served him well in the previous rack. This time shooting in the other direction. What a brilliant start this is to Friday night.
Yeah, and it's been a brilliant match from both players, really. High tariff match, and this jump a little tougher, believe it or not, than the last, but still very makeable.
Oh, but he hasn't made it. Now, Tyler Styer, this is your moment of opportunity, your moment for redemption.
Oh, great layout, Michael, with so much pressure involved.
Always seems to be a study in tension when he's at the table. But boy, does he let it out when it's all over, if things have gone his way. We may see that in just a few moments' time. This will mean so much to him. If he can just finish off these 5 remaining balls and get this point.
Yeah, it really starts here, not getting any kind of funny on the green 6. I think he's gotten perfect. Now again, whatever you're doing, go ahead and get a little closer to that brown 7. Don't settle. I personally would draw back trying to get in position where he's at now myself. Now when you do that, you could overwork the ball just because you know the adrenaline is pumping.
He's got to contend with the crowd here. They're not on his side.
Yeah, we'll see where the tip position goes on the cue ball here. That'll tell us a lot of what he's thinking. All right, he's down. So it should be, like I said, drawing it back somewhere where it's at now. Is that enough? Not a whole lot of angle here. But again, what I did like is he came closer to the ball. So accuracy should be at a premium. I think it's going to be one heavy stun, really. Trying to get for the black 8 in the upper right. Well done.
Yeah, that's exactly the sort of shot that could go against you when you're under pressure. Cued it nicely, almost there.
Yeah, now just remember how good you are. Don't think you got to get perfect on the 9. I like the draw stroke here myself. At your club table, you know, just having fun, you may go forward to the rail and back out. I like the draw stroke. Take a little cut on the 9.
Well, the jump cue was Neuhausen's friend in rack 8. It set him up to take us to a decider, but it didn't deliver for him this time. Styer was presented with the opportunity to get a point that would mean so much to him. But how much pressure is there on this 9-ball? This for the match. And that is going to haunt Tyler Styer for the rest of his days. Well, you know when you're on the away team, you're going to have to contend with the crowd. Surely it was a factor there. Surely memories of the mistakes he's had on 9-balls already in this Mosconi. This, I think, is going to be the hardest moment of all for Tyler Styer. You've got to feel for him there.
Yeah, no excuses, but I thought Ben might quiet the crowd a little bit prior to the stroke.
Moritz Neuhausen greeted by an enormous roar as for the second time in this Mosconi, Europe take a point from 4-2 down. And for the